international sponsorship, consular visa processing if you are outside of the US. Guys, you heard me right. If you are outside the United States, once the I-140 is approved, an immigrant visa number will be available to you. Then you will need to apply for a permanent resident status, guys, your green card, directly at a US Department of State consulate near you in order to enter the United States as a permanent resident. This pathway is known as consular processing. The beneficiary will arrive in the US as a green card holder. Guys, you can see it by yourself. You are going to arrive in the United States of America as a green card holder, as a permanent resident. And the funniest part is that you don't even need to be a trained caregiver. You don't need any certification to get this full sponsorship. They are going to sponsor your visa processing, your travel expenses. Everything will be sorted out for you until you get your green card. Guys, your permanent residence in the United States. You are not going to make any form of payment to them, guys, and you are going to enter into the United States as a permanent resident. It's not that when you get there they will process it for you. Before you leave your home country, you are a proud permanent resident of the United States of America. If you are hearing me right now, you want to smash that like button, like this video. So moving down here, you can see the beneficiary sponsored caregiver is responsible for all applications, legal and travel fees and expenses. Did you get that? All expenses will be covered. Your travel expenses, your visa expenses, everything. IHPS does not require any fee paid to the agency for this sponsorship program. If you are here to like this video, please like it right now and drop your comment, at least to appreciate me for this amazing opportunity I'm bringing your way. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. I don't want you to miss any part of this video, and if you are able to follow me through, I'll take you through everything you need to know about the sponsorship program, how to apply. And the most interesting part of it is that you can meet with your employer and ask any question about the sponsorship program. And they hold this webinar every Friday. So you can just sign up for this webinar and you get to speak with them directly about the sponsorship program. IHPS Caregiver Sponsorship Program is an opportunity for an eligible worker to obtain an immigrant visa through an employer sponsorship by undergoing the process under I-140 immigrant petition for alien worker. Alien worker means overseas workers. So guys, if you are applying from outside United States of America, you are eligible for this sponsorship program. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification. Please like this video if you are yet to like it, share with your friends and family. Don't forget to drop your comments and your questions if you have any. And without wasting much time, guys, let's dive right into it. All EB3 green card petition must begin with the PEM process. So the PEM process for the United States is just like the LMI, Labor Market Impact Assessment in Canada. So just for your employer to be able to prove that they actually advertised, this caregiver opportunity, and they could not find anyone in US that would take it up. Of course, I don't expect a US citizen to take up these kinds of menial jobs. So that's why employers usually look out for overseas applicants to sponsor them to come into the United States to do these jobs. Once they are able to prove that, you are going to begin your I-140 process. Following the approval of the PEM process, the form I-140 is the initial form that needs to be submitted to the United States Citizenship and Services to show that you, the beneficiary, are eligible by meeting the minimum requirements, and IHPS has the financial ability to pay the prevailing wage of the offered caregiver position. The employer is going to prove that they have enough financial capacity to bring you to the United States. That is for your employer. This is for local sponsorship. If you are already in the US, this is for you. You can read about it, but I'm sure that most of my subscribers are outside the United States. So let's go for the international sponsorship, which concerns us on this channel. Consular visa processing for you if you are outside of the United States. So once your I-40 is approved, an immigrant visa number will be available to you. You will need to apply for your permanent residence status, that is your green card, at the U.S. Department of State consulate near you in your home country to enter the United States as a permanent resident. And this pathway is known as the consular processing. The beneficiary will arrive in the U.S. as a green card older. Talking about the fees, like I always tell you, any opportunity I share with you on this channel, you are not expected to pay anyone. That's one thing I always try to ensure. The beneficiary sponsored caregiver is responsible for all applications. Once your employer has certified you and given you the job offer, they are going to be responsible for all applications, legal and travel fees and expenses. Now, IHPS does not require any fees paid to the agency for the sponsorship program. Moving on, what is the cost of sponsorship? Just to buttress my point, as you can see it written boldly here, there is no fee to IHPS for the sponsorship program opportunity. That is for emphasis sake. I don't want anybody to come back here and say I paid to anyone. Of course, they won't even receive any payment from you. Now let's check the eligibility criteria. So following the eligibility requirement and screening process, so once you are able to meet up with the eligibility criteria and their screening process and you pass it, IHPS will inform the selected candidate and the company will provide a job offer letter. So they are going to give you an offer letter and employment-based third category EB3 green card for unskilled workers. So that is where you fall into, and they are going to provide you with the EB3 green card. So the selected candidates to be sponsored is expected to write IHPS an acceptance of the job offer letter along with a resume that mention qualification pertaining to the job offer as required by the United States Department of Labor. Once they give you your offer letter, you're going to write an acceptance letter that you are willing to accept this job offer. The amazing part of it is that you don't need to have undergone any caregiver training or certification. They are going to train you. All you need to show is 6 months of experience and your passion to take care of people. That's all is required of you. So, for example, at least 6 months of work experience as a caregiver, family caregiver in a nursing home, a medical or a health care center. So, you can see this. They are saying this is a friendly reminder. They do not require caregivers to have training, but at least 6 months of work experience as a caregiver is a mandatory requirement for the application for labor certification to be approved. Training is an additional skill for the caregiver. IHPS will provide caregiver training according to local and state authority guidelines. This is amazing. All you need is just 6 months work experience that you have taken care of people earlier on. So let's go check other requirements. So this is your job description. You are to provide exceptional non-medical care, enhancing the lives of IHPS clients, allowing them to maintain as much as independence as possible, assisting clients with accommodating activities of daily living and meeting the challenges of aging with dignity, care, and compassion. So basically, this particular care home deals majorly with the elderly, people in their old age. So those are the major category of people you are going to be taking care of. And you are expected to have 6 months, at least 6 months of experience in home service or health care, manage time effectively to meet the needs of IHPS clients, demonstrate strong client care and problem-solving skills, exudes a passion and desire to care for the elderly, preferred to have caregivers training or its equivalent. If you have training, you are welcome to submit it. Then prefer to submit a recommendation letter from previous employer or supervisor. And the physical demands of the job is that you would have to stoop, bend, turn, stretch, lift, to assist clients, moving equipment, visual and auditory acuity necessary to detect changes in client condition. Manual dexterity is required to handle equipment and assistive devices. Let's check out how we can reach out to them to apply. So the first thing is that you want to sign up to learn more about this sponsorship program, and you can join one of our Friday webinars to learn more about the program and ask questions. Webinar takes place every other Friday at 10:30 a.m. CST. So you can reach out to them via email. You can also go through their career page, just explore their website and see if you are going to get other information. And the care home we are talking about is in-home personal services, and they've been existing since 2004. Please take advantage of this opportunity. So you're going to type in your browser in-home personal services international sponsorship. So your browser is going to give you the link. I do not want to drop it in the video description because people will just pick the link and they would not even understand where to start from. So guys, I wish you the best of luck in your application.